This is a Jordan Peterson-esque question. It's a nice ender to a viewer that's watching that maybe isn't just happy. They're not finding themselves like optimistic and positive when they wake up in the morning, which is a great indicator of your just overall mental well-being. How do you advise that they become happy and live a good and meaningful life?
You have to do things. You really have to do things. And that sounds vague, but it means, like when Jordan says make your bed, he means it. Like actively make your bed. Like do the small things that give you a sense of activity and purpose in the world. And that could be volunteering at a local charity if that's the thing that you want to do, or it could mean that you need to search for a job and if you don't get a job today. It could mean that you have to, there's a great episode, I don't know if you guys watched The Bear on FX. Phenomenal. It's a great show. And season 2, there's an episode where this guy is kind of a ne'er-do-well and he's kind of a boorish jerk, and it's about a restaurant in Chicago. And season 2, they're trying to build this into like a beautiful restaurant. And one of the people who's sort of a holdover is a negative, down guy. And his friend / cousin sends him to go learn how to stage at like a 5-star restaurant with a Michelin star. And the entire episode is he starts off and he's just there cleaning forks. That's all they'll allow him to do. Like, you need to clean the forks. And they keep coming back to him like, there's streaks on the forks. He's like, why do I give it? What do I care if there's a streak on the fork? He's like, there's a streak on the fork. You're going to clean these forks. They're all going to have no streaks on them because this is not a restaurant that does streaks on forks. And then he's told, like, then he learns and he sort of imbibes that ethic. And suddenly he's like, oh, I see. This is a restaurant that doesn't have streaks on forks. That means that I have to come in here in a suit. That means that I have to actually up my game. That means that I have to. So like doing the small things leads to the bigger things. This is actually it's both an Aristotelian concept and a very Judaic concept. People tend to think of the commandments in Judaism, the mitzvot, the things that you do, as like, oh, they're these weird things that you do every day. Or you get up in the morning and you wash your hands in a certain way. Or you get up in the morning and you pray and then you say a blessing before you eat. And then you eat and then you say another blessing after you eat. And it's all very formulaic. And why are you doing all these things? And the answer is do the small things and do them well, and it allows you a pathway to virtue. That's the difference between sort of Plato and Aristotle. Plato basically says that you grasp the big idea, and that maybe leads to virtue. And Aristotle's like, do all of these things, and that leads you to cultivate virtue. And so Judaism is very much Aristotelian in that sense. It's like, get up in the morning, this is why I think the framework of religion is super helpful for a lot of people, because it gives them a thing to do every day. You're going to do the thing. You may not like doing the thing. You may not be in the mood to do the thing. In the mood is one of the worst ideas anybody ever came up with. Who cares whether you're in the mood? You think I'm in the mood to get up with my kids at 5:45 in the morning? No one's in the mood to do that. But doing that thing is what gives you meaning in life. In the mood is really stupid. So like you're depressed. You're not going to stop being depressed by being in the bed. You can either be depressed being in the bed, or you can be depressed while you do a thing. And then it may turn out that as you do the thing, you become less depressed. Change what you do, and it may change your emotional state.
I heard a great quote that was, happiness and meaning is not to be pursued, but it will ensue, which I think
that's right. Yeah,
sums that up. Ben, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
It's like a monumental moment in my life, and I'm just so happy that you're
never
here.
Seen Jack so happy for a guest ever in the entire history. I think we started the podcast specifically to one day have you on it.
That's awesome. I appreciate it, guys.
This is cool.
Well, thank you
very much.
Thank you so much.